Welcome to our channel Find It, Flip It, Flog It, Bargain Hunters. We're three triplet sisters and we live in 3 different countries around the world. We love to bargain hunt, thrift and find unusual items. Come along with us to see what we find. Hi there, it's Rachel from Durham in the UK and welcome to our video. Thanks for joining us this week on our channel. So this week I've been to 2 charity shops. I went on Saturday, I went to North Yorkshire and I went to a place called Pickering. They had maybe 3 or 4 charity shops that I went and had a look. I was a bit disappointed because the prices were quite high and I didn't end up buying anything in the charity shops there. They have a really good second-hand bookshop though. It's a really great bookshop and I did buy 2 vintage books here. This is an 100-year-old book and this Watership Down I read in high school. Now this is selling online for around £42 for this vintage book. So I am collecting vintage books, but I might read it and resell it sometime down the road, but at the moment I'm keeping both of them. Now, while I was in North Yorkshire, I did go to another place called Whitby, and it's a great little town it's like a port. It's actually the port that Captain Cook sailed from, and when he sailed over to New Zealand. So it's a great little town. I love going there. It has around 10 or 11 charity shops, and I did go into every charity shop there. I bought a few pieces. Some of the shops were quite small and didn't have a lot of selection, but I did find a couple of good things. I found this vintage Avon cancer mug, and I paid £1 for it, and online they are selling for around the £20 mark. So I'll list this on eBay. I might start it at £15. I don't even know if Avon is still going. Next I did find this little jug. It's mid-century and it's a German milk jug. It's hand painted. I just think it's an amazing little jug. I paid £3 for it. Does have a maker's mark on the bottom, but just love the colours. It's in really good condition, no chips or anything. I did see one other one online and on eBay, and it's going for around the £20 mark. I'm going to list this little jug for a starting of £20. My next item I got was this pair of vintage onyx marble brass ornaments. They're quite heavy and I bought them for £3 for the pair of them, and I just loved this onyx marble. That's what drew them to me. It's beautiful, the colours. They date back to the 1960s and they originate from Pakistan, and there are some online for sale around the £20 mark, although this one here, there was one on eBay for £25 by itself. So I'm going to list these 2 on my eBay for a starting of £30. Today I went to a charity shop just out of Durham to a place called Spennymoor. It's about 20 minutes from where I live. And I went into, they have about 4 or 5 charity shops, and I went into one of them, and lucky I did, because they put all the bric-a-brac on for 50p an item. So I was like, yes. So I had a basket, and I filled up my basket with all these items. So all these items you see here were 50p. So I'll quickly run through some of them and let you know what they're worth online. First is this sleeping cat. I don't know what it's really made of, but I did see it had a chip on the ear. But I'm having a bookcase built, so I might keep it for myself and put it on my bookcase, because I think it's rather cute, and because it's got a chip, I don't think I'll resell it. Next was this. This is a vintage 1960s potpourri holder. Says ye old ceramic Pomeranda. So 1960s, and online they go for around the £10 mark. I'm going to list this one for £8. Next I got this Royal Dalton Bunnykins cup, and this is a christening cup. Celebrate your christening. Online, I couldn't believe the price online. They're going for £40 on eBay. So I'm going to list this one. I'll probably start it at £30 and we'll see how it goes. Next I got for 50p was this ginger jar. This is a vintage mid-century ginger jar. It's made from Sadler Ceramics in England, and there's the maker mark there. Hand painted. Can't believe I got it for 50p. It's in great condition with no chips. Online they're going for around the £20 mark, so I'm going to list this for £20. Next I got for 50p were these 2 items. This is an enamel vintage pillbox. Doesn't have a maker's mark though, but it's in pretty good condition if I can get it open. Pretty good condition. Online they're going for around the £15 to £20 mark. I'm going to list this one for £15. And then this here is a vintage mid-century mustard pot, and it does have a name of a place on the front there, I'm not sure what. It does have a maker's mark, Royal Devon, made in England, and it's missing its spoon, but otherwise in good condition. They're going for around the £10 to £15 mark. I'll list this one for £12. Next I got for 50p was this gorgeous hand painted jug. This is vintage, and it's made in Spain. It has a maker mark on the bottom. I'll just turn it around. And made in Spain. Gorgeous floral designs, great condition, no chips or anything. And online prices range from around £15 to £20. I'll list this one for starting of £15. Next I got these 2 for 50p each. This is a little sugar bowl, and this is a little milk jug. And they do have maker's marks, and Razgrad, I think it is, that's from Bulgaria. So these two were made in Bulgaria. They're both in really good condition, and I'm going to list them on my eBay for starting on £20. Next I got for 50p is this German beer stein, and it has a maker's mark on the bottom. It is vintage and produced in Germany, and online prices range around the £20 mark, so I might put this one on eBay for starting at £15. My next 50p item was this hand-painted vintage watering can, I should say. And it's got some great floral hand-painted designs. Pretty good condition, and it has a maker's mark on the bottom, Italy 182-15. Online prices range between £20 and £30. It needs a bit of a clean, so I'm going to list it for a starting of £20. My next item was this little girl figurine holding her cat. It's brand new. I've got the box for it. It was 50p, and it's by Christopher Wren, Child's Play, Fine China, and there are a few in a series to collect, so it's a collectible ornament. Prices are around the £15 mark. I'm going to list this one for £15. And this is my last item for this week, and this was 50p as well. This is a vintage German hock wine goblet. It's in really good condition with an amazing glass. It's got some German written on the side there, and if I turn it up here, it's a music. I'll just wind it up, and it does play a music. I think the music needs to probably be looked at because it doesn't sound like it's going that well. If I put it down, it does stop. But it's a lovely glass. Online prices are ranging around the £30 mark. So I'll have a fiddle around with this music box to see if I can get it working good. And I'll list it around for £25. And that's all my items for this week. Thanks for joining us, and have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Selena from Clarksville, Tennessee. I hope everyone is doing well this week, and I want to share with you what I have found while I was out thrifting and also at my vendor's booth. So our first item is a honey orange mid-century ashtray. I bought this for $10. In great condition, there is no chips or anything. It does have controlled bubbles, which is also known as volcante. It has a clear flat bottom, so the origin is more than likely where it was made in Italy, Murano. Online prices range from $50 and on up, depending on the size of the dish. I did buy this for $10, so I'm gonna list this for a price of $95. Nowadays, it would probably be used as a jewellery dish or a trinket dish. So my next item I also bought for $10. This is also an ashtray, and it's in the colour of amber and yellow, which is also known as amberina. It does have a crackle glass base. There's no maker's mark. It is mid-century, and it is, you can tell that it is hand blown. So it could possibly be Murano or Indiana glass or Blenko, but it is still a beautiful piece. Online prices range from $45 to $100. So I will be listing mine on eBay for a price of $60. So my third item is also from the same vendor's booth. This is a amethyst crackle glass vase or bud vase. Great condition, there's no maker's mark, no cracks or anything. I love the colour of it. So I'm going to list mine on my eBay for a price of $30, and we'll see how it goes for all three pieces. I do take offers. So my last item is I bought for $3. He is a vintage wooden cat sitting with his fishing rod. In great condition, he is hand painted. There is a little maker's mark on the bottom, it just says an owl, so that possibly could be the initial of the person who painted it. Online prices vary. There is a lot of similar cats on eBay, but I will be listing him for a price of $15. And he's just really cute. I could see him on someone's bookshelf. I did get a few books at the Salvation Army to sell in my vendor's booth. They were $1 each, and they're pretty much brand new. So I have been selling a few of them at the vendor's booth, so I'm going to keep continuing to find good books to just double or triple my money, and it adds variety in my vendor's booth. So that's it for me for this week. I hope everyone has a great week, and we will see you soon. Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. This is Melissa from Auckland, and I've got some great things to show you while I've been out thrifting. I've found some great items this week, some vintage items, and let's jump into it. So my first little find is this gorgeous German shot glass. It has an Edelweiss little pewter hat on it, and it is in great condition, and I paid $2 for this, and there's quite a few on eBay, of course. These are vintage, and I see them listed to resell between 20 and 38 US dollars. So I'm going to list my little shot glass for 25 New Zealand dollars. It's so unique, you don't really see them here very often. So when I saw it, I snapped it up. It's very, very cute. So good price for $2 as well. These are some of the clothes that I've found this week. We'll start off with this Tommy Hilfiger men's cotton shirt. It is in a size, can't see what the size is, I think it's a large or extra large, and I paid $8 from the Salvation Army. It's a really nice shirt. So I'll probably list this for around 35 New Zealand dollars. Next I have this Greg Norman size medium cotton golf polo. You want to look for the sharks on there. These always sell really good for me. I paid $6 for it, and I am going to list it for around 25 New Zealand dollars. I then have this Johnny Big summer short sleeve shirt. It's really nice fabric. It's a real soft feel to it, so I just felt really great. It's an extra large, and I paid $6 for this, and I will be listing it for around 22 New Zealand dollars. My next item is this jumper, men's jumper from Absent, which I think is Australian. I said New Zealand, but I'm pretty sure it's Australian company. This was $6, and it's in excellent condition. Selena said it was a grandpa jumper, just because it's a cable, but it's in perfect condition. We're coming up to fall and winter in New Zealand, even though it's still warm on certain days here. But this will be a great find for the winter time in another month or so. So I'll be listing this for around 35 New Zealand dollars. I next found this grey Ralph Lauren polo shirt. I will wash it and iron it when I list it, before I list it. I paid $6 for it. It's in average condition, so I think I'll probably list this for about 22 New Zealand dollars. My next item is this chisel jumper, men's jumper. It looks practically brand new, like there's been very little wear. It's got a zip neck on it, and it was $7. What size is it? It's a large, so it's a great size, and because we're changing season down under, this will be a great sale for me. I will list it for about 35 or 40 New Zealand dollars, because it's like in brand new condition like the other cable jumper. And my last clothing item is this chaps vest. It's a knit vest, and chaps is made by Ralph Lauren, It is an extra large, so that's the label, and it's in pretty good condition. I'll give it a iron so it looks quite nice when it's listed, but this should be quite an easy sell. I probably will list this for around $20 New Zealand. So then we have this really vintage 1970s complete home carpet biased bowl set. So I would, if I had carpet in the house, I would definitely play this because it looks so much fun. It is a very well-known company that makes bowls, and this is made in the 1970s, and I paid $12 for this. It's complete in its box, still in great condition, and it's got the rules still in there, so this was a great find. I snapped it up. Listed resale, I have found on eBay. They're anywhere from $75 up to $100. So this is a rare find. I don't think I've ever seen a box of these little carpet bowls before, and they made it in Australia, and I'm going to list this box of carpet bowls for 80 New Zealand dollars. I really want to have a go at it though, because it looks so much fun. I wish Selena and Rachel were here, because we were so competitive with each other when we were kids. We're always trying to outbeat each other. So it looks like a lot of fun for a family. So then I have two great purses. They're not designer, they're from Laura Jones, but I think I paid $8 for this one, and this little crossbody one I paid $6. So I'll be listing both of them for around $25 each, and I think that's a reasonable price for a nice handbag. They're both in great condition as well. My next finds were these two little Siamese cat. Both of them are vintage, and from my Google research, they are from Indonesia, antique. Now Selena, I think she said, had the same cat. I paid $4 each for them, and I love this guy. He's got great character, standing there with his hands in his pocket. And I'm actually going to resell these for $22 each. So that's a pretty good profit, $4 I paid. And they're in perfect condition here, and they're quite well made, obviously hand carved. So I think someone will love those in their collection. My last item is this great big board game, the Game of Thrones. I paid $6 for this. It is a complete set, and the box is in great condition as well, and it looks like everything's inside it. I did a Google search, and they're over $100 brand new, and there is quite a few of them for sale on eBay, and they range between $50 and $60 resale. So I'm going to list this here in New Zealand for $50 New Zealand dollars. The Game of Thrones is a great movie. It's filmed in New Zealand. I love re-watching those movies, and of course someone's gonna have a lot of fun with this board game. So thanks for being here. Thanks for your time and viewing our videos. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and have a great week thrifting.